Let's now talk about the labor market, arguably the most emotionally charged and politically sensitive piece of economic data the Fed watches. Why? Because jobs mean stability. Jobs mean consumer spending. And jobs mean votes. But right now, the labor market is sending mixed signals. Let's start with the ADP employment report. For April, the private sector added just 62,000 jobs. That's barely half of what analysts expected, and the weakest reading since July of last year. That number might seem like just a blip, but it could be the first sign that tariffs and rising input costs are finally starting to bite. Companies are feeling squeezed. Raw materials are more expensive. Demand is getting patchier, and so hiring freezes are creeping in. But ADP is just one piece of the puzzle. The JOLTS report, that's the Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey, tells a broader story. In March, job openings fell to 7.2 million, down from 7.5 million expected. That's a clear sign that businesses are pulling back on future hiring plans. But here's the twist. It's not all bad. Hiring actually picked up slightly, and involuntary layoffs went down. So while companies are being cautious, they're not panicking. Not yet. Now let's talk about what Americans are feeling. The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index fell again in April, the fifth straight month of decline. And it wasn't just a general drop. It came from the expectations component, which tracks how people feel about the future. More Americans now say, jobs are getting harder to find. Inflation is a concern. Plans for big-ticket items like cars, homes, and holidays are on hold. In other words, people aren't seeing a crisis, but they're definitely pulling back. This kind of sentiment change is often a leading indicator for broader economic softness. So what does this mean for the Fed? It means the labor market is slowing, but in a controlled and uneven way. There's no crash, no major spike in unemployment, and no recession panic, yet. That gives the Fed room to wait. They'll acknowledge the slowdown. But with inflation still hovering high, they're unlikely to act unless these job figures get significantly worse. So for now, the Fed is likely thinking, yes, things are softening, but not enough to justify a move. Not yet.